Okay. Okay, I was quite on time, honestly. I think I have everything ready. I'm not sure. My OBS was doing kind of weird, so I'm praying everything works there. And that I don't suddenly discover that something is not working. Because that would not be fun. Um... Okay. And 50 seconds. I was quite on time fixing the last things I needed to fix, I hope. I'm trying to think real hard of something I might have missed. Because honestly, I was done eating dinner 11 minutes ago. And then I also had to like take the dishes out of the dishwasher. I ran upstairs and I speeded my way through setting up stream because I hadn't done that before dinner because I didn't expect to be eating dinner so late. Wait, load. This one. Okay, stream, yes, okay, everything seems to be working. And we're gonna not immediately start, I wanna check a few more things, I'm sorry. Normally I do this all before stream, and then I can take my time. But I do kinda wanna hurry now. Okay. Everything seems to be working just fine. I just hope my throat isn't going to bother me too much, because honestly, that might happen. I just realized I have kind of, not really a painful throat, but I don't know, something that is annoying me. I can't really place what. Anyway. I think we can just do what we always do, go from left to right. I know my left from right. Oh my god, it went wrong immediately. Okay, I meant we can go from left to right because I know which side is which, obviously. Yes. Okay, so we start with hang. You grabbed the large beach towel from off your bed and stuffed it into a bag. You had already packed your water. I'm getting a message. I got distracted. Oh no. Okay. You grabbed the large beach towel from off your bed and stuffed it into a bag. You had already packed your water bottle of your upcoming beach hangout session. Okay, so we are gonna do a beach hangout session. Fun. This game has so much beach. I mean, it's kind of obvious because they live next to the beach, but like, so much beach. The stars had aligned, and somehow everyone was free today. Miranda had set things up with several bubbly phone calls between you, Cove, and Terry to find a time to hit the beach. You were hoping that this would be a fun time together. Cove sat on your windowsill and kicked one of his legs into the air idly. He already had his swimsuit on, and his towel was bundled up under his arm in a misshapen ball. He'd shown up earlier than that morning with a surprising amount of enthusiasm. He was chatting as you caught up to his preparation. But seriously, I couldn't find my swimsuit this morning. I looked everywhere. It had disappeared. I had no idea what I was gonna do. Just, I don't know, go buy new ones? No, I don't think going in boxer shorts or like just shorts is a good idea. It's not that nice if those get wet. Swimming trunks are made for those. I think buying new ones would have been the right idea. I did not expect that to be an answer, but okay. What happened to all your other swimsuits? Wear a swimsuit to be on a beach. I mean, no, but kinda. If he wants to swim, it would have been a smart idea to bring a swimsuit. Otherwise, it would have been unpleasant, I think. Yeah, let's go with that word. Okay. Yeah, completely finished. Somehow just look just like your old sand pal. I'm gonna go with the thing I said, because obviously. You being a little late is better than you not showing up at all.
Sure.
Sure, but I like this one. Anyway, I don't know why it was in the bathroom when I never put it there. Is it just me, or is like the bathroom kind of a logical place to have swimming trunks? Especially if you just got like out of the sea, in this case not a swimming pool but the sea, and just went home. Like my first thought would be go shower. But maybe that's just me. He gave a small smile and readjusted the towel on his arms. You could now see that it had been folded at some point, but then rolled up and carried without much care.
I'm so glad.
But I'm just glad I found it. It would have been crappy to lose my favorite trunks. It was nice to see Cove so happy and comfortable in what he was wearing. You walked over to your dresser and mussed about how you had picked out your own swimsuit. Luckily, since you were average height, you only needed to worry about finding the right size when it came to the shape of your body. Let's go. Okay, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I do not know. Okay, this is gonna sound weird, but I do not know exactly the difference between the most of these, because the terms are so general and everyone uses them in different ways. Like, one person can say, oh, I'm chubby, and then the other one would say, no, you're slender. So I'm not really good with these kind of things, but I'm just gonna go with chubby. Honestly, no clue, but okay. And notice one muscular, a little soft or delicate. I have like no muscles. I do not work out. The most workout I get is like running to the bus because I got out of bed too late and I need to catch the bus. So I have to like sprint to be on time. Well, technically I could be on time if I take a bus later. But then I would be like at school like 1 minute before the class starts, and that's no. Just go with soft, I don't care. There was a smooth feel to your build. That sounds weird. Without any hard muscles, even if you flexed. You'd start mostly the same shape you had had throughout your teenage years. You were used to your body, and your body was used to your habits.
Are you okay?
You alright? I mean, fair enough. If someone was just silently staring at themselves for a while, I would also ask, are you okay? Oh yeah, I was thinking about some things. What things? Just myself and my body, really. That's... okay. His eyebrows rose at your admission of self-reflection. And what do you think? What did you think of who you were? You considered your identity further. This game is just... dang. Oh. Oh my god. No. I'm not here to have a gender crisis. Hold up. I was expecting like, oh, how do you feel about your body? Do you feel like... do you feel positively or negatively? No. They're gonna give me an identity crisis about my gender. How kind of them. Your identity had different facets to it. You still didn't know which identity you felt really comfortable with. Honestly, I kind of stopped caring about identity, so let's go with this one. Not in like a negative way, just in a... it's there, but I don't really care anymore. It's weird. I use the labels to discover myself, and then I left the labels. That's like the best way I could say it. Like, not left, they're still there, but not as important. You had no questions about that part. And you had a flat chest, having never developed breasts because of the hormone therapy you started in the past. Okay, I remember when they were like, you were assigned what at birth, and it gave me like intersex, male or female. I remember I rolled like a D3 or D4. A D4, I think. At least I rolled a dice on my phone, and I picked one of the 3 options based on what number I got. Based on what was just said, I'm assuming I got assigned female at birth. I'm not certain anymore. You generally pet up of your chest. Good option. You left it like that, but we're considering options for it. You generally padded bra over your chest, but we're considering options for it. What do they mean? Considering options for it. Did I miss something? No. Sure. People had a lot of their identity wrapped up in their physical form. It shaped their self-image. You know, when I started this game, I did not expect, this. I don't even know how to describe this anymore. No, wait, comfortable, not confident. I find comfortable a nicer word, and the difference is not that big. Your body was you, and it was good. It was a good one that you felt content in. You had pretty much always felt good in your body. It was that way through your main growing years, and now that you were an adult, Are we at... Oh, right, we finished high school. Right, we're an adult. Yes! You didn't see that changing anytime soon. You focused on Cove again. He smiled at you and tilted his head, a question still in his eyes. He was waiting for you to come to an answer. But before you could, you had something to say to him. You like the way I look, right? So, what do you feel about how my body is? Really? What do you think about me? Let's just... Wait. When I choose the options, did we say those out loud? Because honestly, that's kind of weird to say to your friend. Is it like... Did we? Did I miss something? Yeah, something... No, this is before we answered. Okay. What do you think about me? Just... You know, reverse cards. Answer my question. About how I look, I mean. Ghost smirked a little, his eyes taking you in easily. Fishing for compliments, Drew? Is that how that sounded? I would have asked it in like a genuine way, like, okay, what do you think? And I would be like, fishing for compliments, what now? You look great, everyone knows that, including you, by the way. I'm deciding what you're feeling. Unless that changed? You want a compliment, just ask it. Oh my god, this game is giving me the answers I legit just say before I see the answers. I'm just gonna go with what I said. Fine. Cove shook his head. His hand went up to try to unsubtly cover his smile. Unsubtly. Is it not untouble? No, wait, that also sounds wrong. Huh. Okay, everything sounds wrong. That's the conclusion I came to. I do not know English. Good to know. I was kinda worried you were so in your own head cause something was wrong. Guess not. I'm glad.
Hey.
Hey, true. Cove gave a bent smile, pointing to your arms. You're looking particularly shapely today. It's, he answered not with words, but a solid okay sign with both hands and the same cheeky smile. What does shapely even mean in this context? I'm so confused. Cove suddenly flushed when he realized how boldly it complimented you. He stopped by it, even if he was a little red. That's kind of sweet. You were taken aback. That came out of nowhere. You glanced at yourself. You like that? Yeah. You started to play. Oh, he meant you could see muscle. Oh, could you see my... I'm not gonna flex my own arms. You potentiously stretched. Okay, which of these options am I going to... Which one would be the most chaotic? Because I kind of want to do like the stretch, because that sounds funny. You have very good arms yourself. Throw the compliment back. Or hug him. Like, I really like hugging people, but I know that if I hug him, I'm not gonna get the option to say something else. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with hugging him. Only I'm gonna do the other two first. Because I wanna see how he reacts. You fluttered your eyelashes and slowly stretched your arms out in front of you, towards him. Your sleeves fell down, but instead of fixing it, you let it stay that way. You looked Cove straight in the eye as you openly displayed your arms. Cove turned bright red and jumped to his feet. His towel dropped to the ground as he practically flew over to you. He looked over at your arms and then tried to gently nudge them back down. Yeah, you can stop now, really. Okay, that was just... What's the word? I had the word and then it disappeared from my mind. That was just bullying him. But like the kind way, friendship way. Or I guess not really the friendship way, but the whatever way. And complimented him back, Cove ducked his head and started to rub his left arm. It seemed he was much more prepared to rain praise on you than to receive it himself. He barely could respond. Thank you, you too. Oh, I already said that, huh? Thanks. This feels like how I would respond to compliments, and I don't know if I like that. I'm gonna hug him. You hurried across your room and flung your arms around Cove. He chuckled back nervously after you've gotten a squeeze in. I see you're putting this nice arm to good use. You crackled at this joke and hugged him tighter. When you both had gotten your giggles out, you let him go. Finally, you felt what was enough. That was enough of the topic for one day. You went back to your original goal before you got sidetracked. You needed to pick out what you wanted to wear to the beach. Casual clothes, a wetsuit. Hold up, I'm not good enough at English. Or well, I think I know what they mean, but yeah, okay, I knew what they meant with it. Okay, that's good to know. I can English. Woohoo! 2 base p. What is a tankini? Tankini. I was like, yeah, I know words, and then immediately went like, what's this option? Tankini? Oh, it's like with a shirt. Or, well, a tank top. Tank top. I guess. Okay. Thank you. Okay. That took me embarrassing long. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna ignore that, okay? You want to wear swimming shirts with no. You decided to wear a Speedo. Why is it a Speedo without? Oh, I thought like one was okay. For a moment, I thought I read over without. I read like with. So I was like a Speedo, but then you're wearing a top, or you're wearing swimming trunks, but without a t-shirt. Like, what's going on? But let's wear swimming trunks. While you dug around in your drawers, you tried to think if there was anything else you were missing. Oh, whoa. Oh, God, you're talking German. Okay. Do I know what you mean? Hello, Liebe. Oh, yeah, I guess I know what you mean. It was... I like that you added, like, the English grade. You're so good with it. Yes, I know. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Hold up. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to try something out, but it's not working. And you don't know. You don't need to know what I was trying to do. Oh, I'm just pressing wrong buttons. That's my mistake. Okay. Secrets, yes. Did you know you sent over 999 messages? So you sent over 1,000 messages in my chat. Okay, full swimsuit cover up to wear as well. Oh, you could only choose one thing. Okay. Party time. You're taken care of. You held, with that taken care of, you held your outfit together and looked over to Gove. He was tapping his toe on the side of the wall as he waited. You vaguely wondered if he thought that was a comfortable place to sit. You hoped so, given how long he perched on it. You know, he's not naked, he is wearing swim shorts. Are you guys going surfboarding? No, we're going to the beach. I don't think we're going surfboarding, because then he would be wearing like a wetsuit. Instead of whatever he's wearing right now. You know? The logical conclusion. You don't need to wear a wetsuit to surf. No. But for the time, what's it called? For the times that I have seen, like, I went surfing once with him, and then he was wearing a wetsuit, so my logical conclusion is he would have done that. Logically, yeah. You know, logic. I can't speak. Yes. Is that clear enough for you? Can we go on? We will just go on. Oh, I can pin your message. I forgot about that option. I can use the pin of shame. Okay, let's continue, shall we? I'm pressing wrong buttons. There we go. Did you see? Did I see what? The new Baxter DLC is coming out soon. I didn't see, but Rainbow told me last time. They were very hyped about it. Rainbow was that other person with like 400 plus hours in the game. Another full playthrough. Again, no, I'm just gonna wait until that... Well, honestly, at this point, not a full playthrough, but we're going for not all the endings, but like all the... at least one ending with every different character. And one extra for Cove, because... Cove. That's like... So like 3. Yeah, so like 3. 3 playthroughs, but not full playthroughs, because I feel like only the first 3 steps are important. No, not important. You can like change the relationship in the third. I'm trying to say something and I'm failing at what I want to say. I'm giving up on what I wanted to say. Let's continue. It was time for him to go. You weren't going to put on your beachwear with him just chilling there. I need to change. Cove smelled, content with being kicked out. For a moment I was like, he smelled and he just stayed there. Like for Cove you play all of the steps, but the other one, the DLC, starts at step 2 or 3. Oh, the other ones, yeah. Yeah, so I would play step 1 and then continue step 2 and 3 with Cove. And then go back to like the beginning of step 2 and do it for, what's the kid called again? I forgot what the other kid was called. Yeah, Derek, right. I'm really bad with names, okay? I still don't know the names of most my classmates. And that's embarrassing to say because I have been I have been with them in a class for quite some time. By the way, I discovered something not yesterday, last time I streamed, because in 2017 and they released a first game, like the makers, and that includes Shiloh. Shiloh is in that game. So I will probably also be playing that game. You're the kind of person that would forget their own child's name. Do we count the child of the sim that was created after me? Like, my sim had a wife, and we had a child. And I kept forgetting the name, what I named the sim's child. Honestly, part of me wants to play Sims on stream. But, on the other hand, my PC already sounds like a helicopter when I play the normal. Maybe I should play it without mods, or at least without all my mods. Because I have modded the sim pretty heavily. But then I would feel like I'm missing so much. Anyway, let's continue. Otherwise I will be in the same scene 3 hours in the future. Sims without Sims is boring. What is Sim? I know you mean Sims without mods, but Sims without Sims sound really interesting. Would that just be like a building simulator? Like you're just building things and there are like no characters? I know you meant mods. Go smell. Oh, I already read that. Alright. And he disappeared. Cove lowered himself off the window and strolled past you to get to the door. He lightly brushed his fingers against your cheek when he passed by. Okay, like, I could get, like, fingers or hand or arm or something like that. Cheek, though, that you have to, like, hold your hand up. That just sounds impractical.
Bye.
I will see you out front. Okay. When you were alone, you got undressed and put your swimwear on. You also checked your beach bag for the final time. It seemed like you hadn't forgotten anything. Just slapped you in the face. Okay, D, I'm very, very scared for you if you do not know the difference between someone stroking a cheek and someone slapping a cheek. You left your room and hurried down the stairs, ready to meet Gove. You made sure to lock your front door and waited outside. Firstly laying their hand upon your cheek. That's still different than someone stroking a cheek. Gove stood in the road, looking down and covering his feet on the asphalt. When you shut your heavy door, he looked up at you and smiled. Hey! Hi! Miranda and Terry are gonna be there. Be here in not too long. Terry even texted me earlier, saying she was mostly on schedule. So you don't slap a... So you don't slap a do when you're why? Talk. Okay, talk. That sentence started becoming really weird. No. You do not slap a dog when you're petting them.
Well...
Why don't we just head to the beach and wait for them there? We're both ready. That sounded like a good idea to you. You said as much, and Cove shot off a quick text telling the two of them where you'd be. Cove gave you a thumbs up after sending the message. It was a familiar path to walk, and it wasn't long until you reached the shore. Cove laid out his towel. On the warm sand, you set up your stuff beside him and looked out into the ocean. The rolling swells. Oh, he has little bubbles on his swimming trunks. Sorry, I got really distracted by like the little circles behind the text. The rolling swells hit the shore rhythmically. I give up. You had lucked out. It was a beautiful day. The sky was clear and the waves were good. It was a balmy summer day, but with a pleasant breeze to keep things comfortable. Essentially, it was perfect.
So?
To get distracted by us, the circles behind the letters. I am very easily distracted, okay? And that's no joke. I am one of the most annoying people to talk to. Because I will get distracted by the smallest things. Especially if I get confused what it is. Do you feel like heading into the water? Maybe just walk down the shore? Or would you want to do something here? The water sounds good. Taking a stroll would be fun. I don't mind my feet being in the water. You plan to just get some sun. Either way is fine. What do you want to do? Another in a reverse card. No. Let's go swim. Drink the sea. I feel like I'm gonna lose some brain cells this stream. Honestly, I thought I was safe from losing brain cells. Anyway, let's not drink seawater. That does not seem like a smart idea to do. Because multiple reasons. That's what I'm here for anyway. Cove nodded, accepting of the plan. He kicked some scent of his towel absent-mindedly. Was thinking about Marge from Madagascar. The clip where he drinks the ocean. There is a clip where my Google is muted. You will not hear it. More drinking the ocean. If you hear the video, the clip, please tell me, because this is most definitely copyrighted, I think. Wait, I also don't hear it. You're not gonna hear any game audio for a bit, I think. I forgot that I muted Google on like my PC. I was like, oh god, now I hear myself. Okay, I will just mute. Okay, I don't think you hear me twice, right? No, I don't. Okay, great. Then you don't hear the Google. That was the whole thing. Tough. I have so many questions. Well, I don't want to know. You know what? Never mind. I changed my mind. I don't want to know. I don't explain anything. Okay. We're back with sound and music. Yippee. Let's not go into the topic of what Mort can... I'm not gonna finish that sentence. No, let's not finish the sentence I was about to say. Let's just continue with our life. The sweet dating... No, not dating. The sweet visual novel story romance thing. I wanted to say dating simulator, but that's not what this is. Yeah, sounds nice. You took a deep breath and tasted the relaxing, salty air. Cove caught your eye and gave you a small smile. You chatted a little before a comfortable, quiet settled over the two of you, content to watch the waves as you waited for the others. Weren't we going to swim? Luckily, it didn't take long until you heard shouts. You turned your heads to see both Miranda and Terry running straight for you. Miranda was faster, making leaps and bounds across the sand. Terry followed in her wake, laughing with her towel clutched around her shoulders and flowing like a cape. Miranda started making her jumps more theoretic and more precautious as she got closer. Cove waved them on with a bright grin. Shouted that you cheered at her antics. You waved too, you laughed, you shook your head. You hoped they wouldn't fall. Not gonna lie, if they don't get hurt, them falling is just funny. Okay, let's just cheer, why not? Woohoo! Okay, I liked the wetsuit. However, those colors, I don't... Why can't we... Oh my god, you meant as like interaction. No. No. I was like, I can do that, but why would I? I was confused. The two officially arrived at Cove's and your setup, looking completely ready for an ocean adventure. They were already in their swimwear and were raring to go. Hey Terry, Miranda, welcome to our beach. Only ours. Oh no, I meant off-screen, flipping me off. Yes, of course. What else would you mean, huh? What else could you possibly mean?
Hey!
Hi. Hello. You beamed and Miranda nodded with a smile. Oh, she beamed and Miranda nodded with a smile.
Oh yeah!
Man, I'm so pumped. Yeah, I'm really glad this worked out. What have you guys been up to over here in town, Cove? True? Have you missed things? Cove blinked and then shrugged when nothing he wanted to mention came to mind. You gave a vague answer. Just stuff. Nothing too interesting. Oh, I hate it when people tell me that, like, as an answer. I'm like, I want to know things, so you're just telling me that? No. What do you mean, Sigma Mill? Where did that come from? Wait, are you calling me a Sigma Mill? That's just... I feel insulted. No, wait. Do I? I'm just gonna feel insulted, you know? Just because you said it. The direction of the character is all cool, like, sure. Not the Sigma are actually cool. No, continue. Dig your own grave. Continue, okay. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna continue. Just stuff, nothing too interesting.
Ooh.
Why did you go, ooh? That's dream. She looked skeptical, but dropped it. Terry had started talking about her morning and how she had almost overslept since she had stayed up too late last night. She bounded on her feet as she spoke. But don't worry about me being tired today. You know I ran on less back during school. Wait, how much did you sleep? Oh, stayed up too late. Okay, never mind. I once went to school with no sleep. I stayed up for like... I don't know how many hours. My body couldn't take it. I passed out the moment I got back home. Miranda filled in the group about her morning. Apparently everything had gone smoothly. She'd met up with Terry on the way here, and you know the rest. Cove offered a suggestion to the girls. Hey, why don't we take this out to the water?
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely. You felt pleased that Cove remembered what you wanted to do. Yes, so pleased. Sometimes he would be so thoughtful like that. It's like the bare minimum, but it's so thoughtful. It's not like we discussed it before the other two were here. It's not like it's... I'm sorry. That's all we want. No. D, put your standards higher. I don't care if your partner is not good enough. I'm coming to your house to give you such a long speech that at the end you will just pick up higher standards purely because you're done with the speech. I'm fine as long as they are human. That's the lowest of low. Jeez, you're just going lower. Wait, no. Please, don't just human. At least some boundaries that it's like acceptable. Please don't go dating a murderer. Is that better for you? You know what? I will just roll with it. I give up. You go find your partner. I don't care. Honestly, I do care. Probably. I will just fight the person. That will solve it. Just scare them away. Just make them meet the family a bit too early. Terry threw her stuff down on the sand and started running for the waves. Can hear you carrying in your phones. Oh, hell no. And just introduce them. Just take them to the family day. That's like the best thing you can do in like a relationship that has just started. Introduce them to our family. Not like they don't have to be scared for like introductions to the parents. No. They have to be scared for the introductions to the family. Our family is gonna judge them. Once introduced, they can't leave. They can't leave if the family didn't like them. They can easily leave. Even better, they will be forced to leave because our family will become very rude. Miranda was more careful setting her things, down her things and waited for you and Cove. Cove tilted his shoulders to gesture over to the ocean.
All right.
I've been looking forward to this. The three of you made your way down the shoreline together. Miranda cartwheeled and Terry clapped. I wouldn't cartwheel in sand, that sounds so uncomfortable. That's just me hating sand. Soon, all four of you were in the water. Cove swam to the furthest, while Terry instigated the splash fight. There was rarely a quiet moment where someone wasn't laughing. Cats everywhere. Sure. Hours passed and the group has moved between different activities, some low-key and some more exhaustive. For you, it was another break time. You sat on your towel and sipped at some water. Your friends were hard at work, burying Terry's full body under a pile. That just makes me uncomfortable thinking about it. Miranda used her arms to force up sand around Terry's sides. Cove works on covering Terry's feet. You took another drink and closed your eyes. Eventually a shadow passed over you, dampening the light that was still notable even behind your eyelids. You checked to see Cove had joined you there. He knelt down to tick around in the pile of assorted beach stuff in the middle of everyone's towel setup, and pulled out the sunscreen. He took a seat next to you on his towel. He opened the bottle with a soft pop and began to reapply the sunscreen. Hey. He ran his hands across his chest to work the sunscreen in, and you might have checked him out a little from the corner of your eye while still sipping some water. Sure, let's just go with that, shall we? After you finished up, Cove let out a comfortable sigh and looked off into the distance. Ugly eyes! Sure. But then he sighed it again, this time in an exaggratedly disappointed way. You wondered if he was going to sigh again, even more dramatically if you didn't say anything. Oh my god. I kind of want to wait and see how dramatic he will go sighed. What's wrong? You honestly wondered. You wondered what it was. You raised an eyebrow. You chuckled. Oh, Cove, whatever it is, I'm sure you're gonna be okay, you joked. Yeah. After all, this is an excellent place to hide a body. I like that. You gestured to Terry, who was practically just a hill of sand with a human head at this point. Suddenly it's about murder. No, it's not about murder. I think it's just about him having a heart attack, no? That got a quick chuckle out of him, but it quickly hid his amusement. Not yet. Cuff shook his head, comedically despondent. His frown didn't match the sparkle in his eyes.
Don't worry about it.
I'm just becoming another jaded adult, that's all. Now you were really confused. You waited for him to continue, and his next sight didn't disappoint. It was the most ridiculous, sad sight you had ever heard. Then he smiled a little. Mermaids aren't real. How dare you? What? That had not been what you were expecting, he continued. You know how much I liked mermaids as a kid? Well, merfolk as a whole. I really hoped that they were out there.
I mean,
the ocean is a big place, right? They could be somewhere. But the older I got, the more I had to accept it. They were just a fairy tale. He jerked his head over the waterline and the rolling waves. They crashed against the shore and then drew back. This is a perfect beach for them. It's pretty and fast and never too crowded. If merfolk did exist, we definitely would have met one by now. Or at least we would have heard of someone else seeing one. But nothing. There must be some kind of creature that's similar to a mermaid. Honestly, the thing is, how mermaids are drawn in like cartoons and stuff, that's not how it's gonna be like if we find merfolk with like, if we could call them, we will probably call something that looks similar to mermaids merfolk or something like that, but like, I think they would probably look horrifying because they would probably live very, very deep in the ocean, and basically everything at that point in the ocean is terrifying. But also their body would like deform when we bring them to the surface, you know, like the blobfish? Is that what it's called? I don't remember. He acted as though the result was true bafflement. He let his head hang. I gotta let the dream go. That's hardly proof. It's not like this is the only beach in the world. They could still exist. As you said, the ocean is a big place. Cuff chuckled a little to himself. Eyes tilted off into the ocean. His face still low. Maybe it's for the best. Let's say a merperson did happen to wash up on the shore one day. He looked at you with a fox's thoughtful expression. I could have lost my best friend to their magical underwater world. Oh yeah, I'd totally go live under the sea with the merfolk. Even if I had a chance, I'd stay on the shore with you. I'd go with the merperson, but only if you could come with us. Let's flee the change that we call society and live with the merfolk. Cove grinned. He hadn't expected that answer. You're a nice person, true, but what if they didn't want me? Would you seriously stay on land? They gave him a look. You meant what you had said. It'd only work if the offer was for both of you. Are you sure that's the right call? If a beautiful, kind merperson falls for somebody, I'm pretty positive that the sensible response isn't to turn around and say, no thanks, I'm gonna stay on land with a normal guy. That seems like I'm sorry, is that just me? But I wouldn't... That might be my romantic, asexual self. But I don't care if a merperson falls for me out of nowhere. I would rather stay on land with people that I know instead of going down into the ocean alone. Wait, that just sounds like 101 how to be kidnapped. You know, like, or how to be killed. Like, if we put it in a human perspective, like you meet a person at the bar and they are like, let's go hike in the woods together and you go to the woods together and oh no, suddenly you're dead. Yeah, we are the little mermaid in this house. We aren't Ariel, we're better than that. No, but like, if it was a human, that really would be just a 101 how to get murdered. Why is it different if it's a mermaid? Are you warning me that you'd leave if you get that kind of offer? Why are you so serious if I had to make that call? Sure, I'd make the call. But since it's all hypothetical, why not have you be the mer person? I don't want that. I should get to be a mere creature. And then I'd invite you to the underwater world. Okay, I'm gonna do the upper one because I want to know his reaction. But I'm gonna say this one for like real. So let's see what this is. You don't want to be blindsided when you ditch me for a mere creature if they real. No, that isn't what I was trying to say. I'm not the one who would have to deal with that, you know. It isn't the same kind of thing. How is it not the same kind of thing? If a mer person did magically appear, there's no chance it'd be me they call for. Oh, no, that's sad. You'll be the mer person. Cove turned his fame to beam at you. He brightened immediately. Now we're talking. I'd be a good merman, right? I could see it. Cove Grace was drawn back to the water with shining eyes. He was clearly imagining some world where he was a merman who happened upon you here at this beach. He tried to picture what he could be thinking. It would be quite a lovely story, would it? Okay. Okay. Okay, if you're sure. I had to sneeze and I muted my microphone too early, like mid-sentence too early. That was my mistake. And then you heard Miranda screech. Your attention immediately switched over to your friends. You saw the terrier had gotten impatient and shifted her legs. The walls Miranda had miraculously built collapsed in a wet heap of sand. She surveyed the damage critically. We're gonna have to start over that part. Do you want to give up on this now?
No way.
No way. This burial must continue. I will try not to move anymore. Okay, if you're sure, I will try to fix this. Okay, how long can one stay still? My bet is that they're not gonna finish that, right? I don't think they can stay still long enough. But that's just my bet. Based on, like, the small interaction I just saw. Anyway, Miranda started to rebury her, and Terry shot her a thumbs up. She realized too late that moving her arm was a bad idea. More of the sand on her crumbled, and Miranda put her head in her hands. Cove caught your eye and started to drag himself up. Seems like we're needed. Do I need to help? I hate sand. I think I've said that at least like 10 times this entire series. Just my dislike to sand. I want to make it very clear. I don't like sand. I hate the texture. I was talking to my neighbor for a second. Sorry. Why are you sorry? I just assumed you were chilling and I was fine with that. Why are you saying sorry? You don't have to talk in my chat. It's not like I'm holding you at like gunpoint to be here. Actually, it's quite the opposite. I think you're holding me at gunpoint to stream this. Awesome inspiring quotes every second. How kind of you. That's totally not sarcastic, and I know that. I have such inspiring quotes such as, I hate sand. Let's just go with that one. Let's continue. Okay, yeah. Do not drink seawater. Yeah, that's also a great one. You agreed and followed him over to the girls. Miranda nodded at you both with appreciation, and then the three of you did the best to finish the job. You all worked out a system of using just enough wet sand to help hold the rest together. With 3 people, it didn't take long for Terry to be entombed. Terry grinned massively, and Miranda offered high fives. The pal was officially done. Oh yeah, now she's gonna move and everything is going to collapse. Resembling the Kool-Aid Man, she kicked herself out of the ground with gusto. Sand went flying in all directions, and Terry's shaped imprint was left behind. Miranda yelled again, and Cove chuckled. There probably wasn't a better way to get out of it. The 4 of you continued to have a good time. You went on a shell hunt. Miranda managed to find the biggest while you found the most colorful. Cove caught a tiny crab. You did a bit of everything. There was impromptu games, to just soaking up each other's company. However, after a while, all had run out of water. Drinkable water, anyway. Are you reading that, D? Drinkable. Do not drink seawater. It's not healthy for you. It was decided that you'd head to your or Cove's house. The things were gathered and you started to cheerfully walk up the road. What next? I don't have anywhere to go, so I could be whatever. Same, I guess we can keep hanging out? Terry snorted and readjusted her grip on her things. Don't sound too sure there, Cove. By this point, you could see your house. It hadn't taken you too long to make the trip. The conversation continued, with everyone throwing suggestions. Are people hungry? She looked from face to face in inspection. Cove and Miranda shrugged in concert. No one was overtly opposed to it. However, you weren't really starving. It wasn't quite a mealtime. We could get a dessert. Miranda put a finger to her lip in thought. With a smile, her voice became more confident. Yeah, that would be fun. Terry considered it and then shot Miranda a thumbs up.
Sure.
Sounds great to me. I can definitely go for that. I think that's a good idea. Do I? Apparently. There's nothing sweet at my house. Your friend glanced at Cove and his place. He shook his head immediately. That doesn't have anything good either. I mean, unless you want dessert-flavored protein shakes. Ugh. Freaking protein shakes. Okay. When I still... I've begun consuming lactose again. But before I was doing that, there was this milkshake, I guess it was promoted as a milkshake. But it was apparently, it was lactose free. So my mom went oh, a lactose free milkshake. Or actually I went like that, I think. Together we went oh, a lactose free milkshake. Well, you haven't drank lactose in you haven't drank milkshakes in years at this point. Let's buy you one so you can drink it. It was a protein milkshake. Strawberry protein milkshake. It's something like that. It was gross. It was terrible. I don't care that people want to be healthy. Don't promote things as things that they aren't. That was not a milkshake. That was a protein shake and it was false advertisement. I was really disappointed. I should go to the McDonald's and buy a milkshake. My school bus goes past 3 McDonald's, I believe. At least 1. Maybe 2. Maybe 3? Honestly, I know for a fact that I go past more coffee shops than McDonald's. I'm sorry, I don't think we will going to McDonald's at Hemelvaart. That doesn't have anything good either. I mean, oh yeah, blah blah blah. Ew, no. She cut in and held her hands up as if trying to ward off something evil. Exactly. Cove smirked.
Not bad.
It's not that bad, it's terrible. How dare you?
Nope.
Nope. Well, there has to be something kind of sweet shop around here. Let's look it up. Terry nodded and started to dig around in her bag. I like the way you think. Terry continued to rummage in her bag and grew increasingly frustrated. She puffed out her cheeks and knelt down, setting the bag on the ground. With both hands free, she was immediately able to fish out her phone. She raised it up in triumph for a brief moment of celebration.
I'm on it.
I will search for something good. Harry got back to her feet, hefting the bag over one arm, tapping away at her screen in the other. But she assessed Cove from top to bottom. No shirts, no shoes, no surface. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Like, are we just gonna walk in there shirtless? I have like a shirt in my bag, I believe. I grabbed that, but I don't have shoes. Cove glanced down his bare chest and feet. Having not even registered it prior, he chuckled a little. I'll grab something. Cove moved over to his house. You looked towards yours. As far as I know, I went like, yeah, I have a shirt. I don't believe I have shoes. I should change. You felt like you were more comfortable in something more streetwear than beachwear. You inclined your head over to the side. I'm gonna change too.
Sure.
Go for it. We'll wait. Miranda nodded with a smile. You ran into your house. No one was home, so you just rushed to your room and dropped off your beach stuff on your bed. Oh no! Not the bed! No! All the sand! Please! This character is indeed a psychopath. What is going on? They probably go on their bed with their shoes. Oh, let's not make it worse. Something on what you were wearing. I am gonna completely change into casual clothes. They were put for milk first and then cereal. Yeah, no. You should first you do cereal, then you do the milk, and then you do second cereal if you finish the cereal before the milk. Especially if you use yogurt instead of milk, because if you do the yogurt first and then the cereal, then it's not like milk, it doesn't sink down, so you will just have way less cereal and way more yogurt. I mostly ate yogurt with my cereals. Because I didn't really like my cereal getting like soggy. You stripped and found a suitable outfit to hang out in. You slipped it on and felt satisfied with your decision. Orca! With that, you sped back outside. Cove was already there and gathered around Terry's phone with the girls. He opted to just add a shirt and shoes apparently, putting it the minimal effort for service. Hello again.
Hey.
You don't really want ice cream, do you? You didn't have a chance to answer. She kept barreling through with her words. 'Cause I'm not into that right now.
That's cool.
Don't mind her. You look nice, by the way. Thank you. I look great. Terry scrolled further and then made an interested exclamation. Oh, what about this place? They sell crepes. That's something you don't see every day. Look how fancy they are. She shoved her phone into your face. It seemed like a cute shop. It didn't show any pictures of the actual building, but the food seemed good. It was one of those places that put a lot of effort into presentation, with branded wrappings for the crabs and all the applied toppings. This is just giving me like flashbacks. Ways to get kidnapped 101. No! That's if you go to the place and it's like a van or a really, really old sketchy building. Like then you get kidnapped. But just food pictures instead of building pictures on the website is not enough to be ways to get kidnapped 101. Kidnapped? Kidnapped. I'm gonna ignore that. Okay, let's continue, shall we? Okay. No, it's fine. I know my English is a bit weird. Especially if I start... Oh my god, I'm trying to focus on it and it's just getting worse. Mine is getting better because I stream in English so often. Because before I started streaming, I didn't speak English, or at least I rarely did. I think before streaming, I basically only did it for like school assignments. And that's it. Say a Dutch word with English pronouns. My parents have started getting so annoyed because the more I speak English, like you can hear me mess up on stream saying Dutch words in English. Like literally translated like sea dog or something like that instead of seal. Other way around is not really true because English have completely different words than Dutch and it's a lot harder to literally translate things, but I will just use English words in my Dutch and be very confused when people don't understand what I'm talking about because I'm basically speaking two languages at once. But my favorite is like the sentence build, like the grammar. The grammar, I mess up the grammar so much by now. You can sometimes hear me say Dutch grammar in an English sentence or English grammar in a Dutch sentence. But yeah, no, my English has been improving a lot and at the moment I'm still just focusing on not trying to slur all my words together and try to be understandable when I speak. Honestly, I started making clips of my streams and like making shorts and stuff like that from them. But I was honestly surprised when I heard my own voice and how I sounded in English. You speak great English, so don't worry about that. Yeah, no, that was what I was about to say. My English has improved so much without me even realizing it. Like, I heard myself and I was like, that's me? Dang! I didn't know I could speak English. Let alone pretty good English.
Huh.
Weird. I never heard of it. Okay, never mind. Maybe this is getting into, like, kidnapping 101. I haven't either. Oh. Mysterious. But crabs are so good. Not good enough to get kidnapped over. Please. She nodded her approval as Terry admired more of the photos. I'd go. It's not too far and we could drive. Terry cheered as the success of the plan made. And you all walked around to Cove's car. He had to run inside once more to grab his keys. He wrote, "Wash me," in the dirt on his car. You noticed the thin layer of scent and dust on Cove's car. It was probably been a while since you washed it. With a smirk, you carefully wrote, "Wash me," with your fingers.
Very nifty.
Good work. I wonder if he's even going to notice. The car beeped and unlocked. Cove ran up to you with his car keys in hand. His hair slipped into his face, and he brushed it back. Shotgun. She clambered into the passenger seat without hesitation. You didn't argue, and climbed into the back with Miranda. Terry activated the directions on her phone map and acted as the navigator, directing Cove to the crabs. The GPS tried to get Cove to turn into a non-existent road once and wanted him to do a U-turn instead of just turning a left turn. But with Terry looking at the actual path, it went smooth enough. That just reminded me of me and my friend had to go somewhere from like school to something else. Horror movie starts. Oh no. But like, we were following the Google Map instructions. And Google Map went, turn left. And we were on the bike, so we looked at our left. And it was a ditch. And behind the ditch was a grass, like a field of grass. A grass field. Whatever. And we just looked at each other and we continued biking forward. And after a bit, it said again, turn left. And there was still just a ditch and the grass fields. And nothing else. So we had to stop to look at the Google Maps to see why it was trying to make a cycle into a ditch. And probably break something. Or at least get very dirty. Turned out. I had my settings set on a car instead of a bike. We were on time eventually because one of the teachers, like, we had to go somewhere because of school. One of the teachers were like, what are you guys doing here? And she escorted us to, like, the location eventually. But we were very confused why Google Map was so set on us driving into a ditch, or at least grass field. Like, even when a car, it didn't make sense. You were led to a small stall in a parking lot rather than a full building. That explained why there hadn't been pictures of the Creperier's interior, and why it wasn't new to you despite living in this town your entire life. It was a completely new structure that popped up recently. I doubt Google Maps was planning a murder. You just want your horror story. Honestly, I was about to say I will play a horror game for you on stream, but we're not gonna play a horror game for you on stream. I'm not good with horror. I cry. No, I don't cry. I just panic. That explained. There was a window you could walk up to, and one for cars to drive to. Cove parked with a laugh. But that's fun to watch. Okay, I will try and find a simple horror game to test out. Maybe. I will think about it. I don't think I need to put a shirt on for this. But I still want to try. Let's go.
What?
Do you not trust us to eat in your car? Only if you want to. It's fine. I played Little Nightmares, and honestly, Little Nightmares was more frustrating than scary, and like the first few streams were good, but the last one was absolutely awful because I was done with the game at that point, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend that series to watch. She gestured to the drive-thru option. Cove shook his head with a snort. I trust some people here. Maybe. But wouldn't it be more fun to actually check it out? Everyone acknowledged this point and piled out. Terry tried to tease Cove a little, but Miranda started talking about the last time she had crabs. Apparently they had been a dessert explosion topped with multiple sauces, powdered sugar, and what Miranda was pretty sure had to be cake icing. That sounds so gross. That's sweet. No, that sounds like diabetes.
So great.
Literally, it was so good, but I regretted it so much. I couldn't finish it, and I really tried. Diabetes, yeah. Exactly. How to get diabetes 101. Stop trying to create everything into how to blank 101. How can you do it this time, Randy? Ooh, that does look really good though. Hold up. I love how almost everything is sweet. And then there is like cream cheese. I'm reading the menu, by the way, because I got really curious. Oh wait, no, there's also green tea crab and a lemon. EU. I would go for a strawberry with like whipped cream, chocolate chips, powdered sugar, more strawberries. I don't know. Banana slices, I like them, but I don't think it will be a good combination with the other things. So I would go with a strawberry crepe with whipped cream, chocolate chip, more strawberries, and powdered sugar. Okay, I have ordered my crepe. And they really do look good, and now I'm getting hungry. There were some less. When you got up to the menu, you realized that there were more than just crepes. There were definitely crepes. Many crepes. However, the stall also had a lot of different drinks. These smoothie milkshakes!
Woo!
Jackpot! She grinned and held out her fist for a fist bump. Miranda high-fived it. Ooh, right, drinks at the right side. Smoothies, tea, coffee. Is that like a tea, a different coffee? Whatever. The two started at the awkward, vaguely turkey-shaped hand configuration they had made, and then slowly put their hands down. Ko's mouth twitched into a smile. You stepped up to order first. You glanced back at the menu. I'm ordering both. Hello, I'd like to get a crepe and a drink, please. There was a woman who looked a little older than you, taking the orders. She smiled back at you, ready to hear the specific of your purchase. Yes! For a crepe itself, you wanted it to be strawberry. For the filling and toppings, you picked whipped cream. Condensed milk? Hold up, that's even worse than the cheese. Cream cheese. I thought I read that wrong. Strawberries, powdered sugar. Mixed berries? Chocolate chip. And that's all. And after you picked the size, you were asked what you wanted to drink. You ordered a milkshake. Ooh, but a strawberry smoothie. It seems like I really like strawberries at this point. It's not even that bad. A vanilla milkshake. I'm gonna go with that one. It's not my favorite. Oh my god, I wanted the strawberry milkshake. It just sounds like I really, really, really like strawberries at this point. And it's not even that true. You could also add a mix in or toppings for the drink. Ooh. Boba pearls. Condensed milk. Let's add even more whipped cream. And chocolate syrup, and that's all. You paid and stepped aside for it, and like your friend's order. Like, I know I just choked about like how to get diabetes 101. Let's just follow that. Let's just follow how to get diabetes 101. Cuff got a lemon crepe with powdered sugar on top and the mixed berries. You also got a plain strawberry smoothie. Why did he get all up? You know, no, I kind of want a strawberry smoothie, but like... Wait, Cove picked the strawberry smoothie. Whipped cream is chocolate. He picked the strawberry smoothie. I kind of forgot there was a strawberry smoothie. But he picked the strawberry smoothie. So I can steal his drink. I have decided. Yes, exactly. Terry was crazy with toppings. Although she ordered a plain crepe, she had it smothered with whipped cream, cream cheese, chocolate chip, chocolate syrup, and bananas. Ooh. Stealing, yes. Cream cheese does not sound great in this combination. Cream cheese in general does not sound great. Miranda opted for a frap with caramel syrup and condensed milk. The four of you stood off to the side as she waited for your treats. I heard what you ordered, True. Glad I'm not the only one to go for a drink and a crepe. Thank you. I couldn't just pick one, and why not? Exactly. It's gonna be good. True, man, your crepe is gonna rock. High five for topping appreciation. She held her hand out expectantly. You fist bumped her palm. I get like the same vibe as that when someone makes like a heart with their hands and the other person just puts up a thumb. That's like the same vibe, right? Like one gives a heart and the other gives a thumbs up, and then one wants a high five and the other just fist bumps it. There he started at your hands. She blinked. She looked between Miranda and you. Is this just a thing now? I don't know what you mean. Miranda's voice was surprisingly serious, while her face looked like she was seconds away from laughing. Terry shook her head dramatically. Orders for True? Oh, I've gotta get that. You grabbed your order, and others didn't take much time after that. With the goods collected, everyone admired their treats. Terry dug right into hers, and Miranda gave her attentive sip. Terry nodded acceptingly, with her mouth completely full. Miranda tilted the frap over to her with a grin. Terry sipped it and clearly loved it. She raised her crepe over to Miranda. You could tell that there was an intent to make it look nice. But with all the assorted toppings piled on, only so much could be done. Miranda took a huge bite from the gusto and sipped happily. Oh, okay. I confused myself so much with that sentence. That didn't make sense because I read like 4 words wrong. Let's try that again, shall we? Miranda took a huge bite with gusto and sighed it happily. Terry seemed satisfied and took another slurp of Miranda's drink. That's better. That sounds logical. They had both only gotten one thing, probably because they knew they end up sharing. Cove, we're gonna share. Do you want to share ours? Terry Manna, can I join the sharing? He offered to share your order with everyone. He said nothing and started consuming. His face lit up with excitement as he passed his crepe. I told you I would steal his drink.
Of course.
Of course. Consuming sounds... It's probably also the way how he said it. Like, you just started consuming. Num 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 num. You exchanged treats and took a chomp of the lemon crepe. It was light, with sourness from the lemon and the sweetness from the syrup berry mix. The smoothie was finely blended with occasionally chunk of strawberry. Gov seemed to enjoy his taste, and then you swapped back. He smelled as he took a loud sip from his smoothie. Thanks! You always get the good stuff. I feel like he said it before. And it's weird. With that, Cove started to eat his treat in earnest. You saw him take a huge gulp of his smoothie, and then without swallowing, he added a bite of his lemon crepe. That sounds kind of gross, honestly. Yeah, I don't think I would enjoy that. Cove? Larry tore off a piece of her crab and held it out to Cove.
So?
Care to make a trade? Sure. Instead of continuing to loiter in the parking lot, the four of you started to walk down the sidewalk. There was a lot of sharing going on, with crabs, bites, and toppings being passed around. I'm not gonna sound like a true Dutch person, but if you make me walk with in one hand a drink, in the other one food, and expect me to eat and drink, I will trip over my own feet because I am too clumsy. I need to be either standing still or sitting down to be able to eat or drink. Or at least both. I could maybe do one of them while walking, but not both at the same time. I understand. Thank you. You wouldn't have been surprised if Terry ended up drinking more frappe than Miranda did. You knew going down the way, eating, drinking, and chatting. Oh, you kept going. But seeing someone trip is also funny. Yeah, okay. Except if that person is me. I don't like being the person who trips. You hadn't realized just how far the group had wandered until you ended up at the now leaving sign. I wasn't about to say no leaving sign. Guaranteed, nobody's allowed to leave. No, especially if it's you. I would be careful about what you say. I will be seeing you again soon. I can trip you. No, I'm not gonna threaten you on stream. I'm gonna be very nice to you. I'm only gonna slightly push you into the swimming pool. Fun fact, one of my friends who's coming with me is very hyped about swimming in the swimming pool. I'm not gonna be the only one who's going to get hymotherapia. I'm not gonna be the only one who freezes myself to death. Apparently you are about to just walk right out in the middle of nowhere. Reasonable? Terry took her mouth off Miranda's straw and stopped sipping the frappe. Well, it still depends on if I'm gonna swim. There's a chance that I won't be swimming. Impossible. Preposterous. How are we already at the end? I always forget how tiny this town really is. Chove chuckled a little and then swallowed a chunk of Cherry's crab.
I guess.
It kinda is, huh? It didn't feel like a small town when we were growing up. Definitely felt bigger then. It always seemed like there wasn't much here. There are tinier places out there. You guys are lucky to live in as decent-sized cities. It definitely felt bigger, I know that feeling. There was a time when Sunset Bird had felt huge. It seemed as endless as the ocean. There was always some street you hadn't wandered down, something new for the tourists. But now, you had realized it was just a pond in the big world. Seeing the definite end of your reinforced... Seeing the end definitely defined... seeing the defined end only reinforced this. Here was the boundary that proved your hometown could be walked out of with ease. I guess this means we should probably head back. One doesn't just walk out into nowhere land. Watch me. We're not the only one, Terry. There's 4 of us. I have walked out of my town so many times because there's this one place that I really enjoy walking. But it's like just on like the boundaries of my town. So I end up just leaving and entering my town constantly. Like I will only see like 1 or 2 signs with like, you're now leaving blank or welcome to blank. But yeah, no. It's a funny way to walk. It's like the 3-point place constantly crossing the boundaries, but instead of countries, it's just a city and nowhere land. Terry scrunched up her face, not wanting to acknowledge the bad joke. She decided to ignore it. Fair enough. It stings having to go all the way back. Yeah, let's just make Cove walk back and pick us up with the car. Yeah, but it's not like there's anything out that direction. And if we did keep going forward, it will be an even longer trip home. You started off into the stretch of the road as Cove agreed that he didn't want to go out any further. Can we take a break here first, before we turn around? We've been walking for a while and someone finished my drink. Right on cue, Terry loudly sucked air from the straw. It was so good. Miranda looked at her, but Terry remained unrepentant. In the end, though, it was agreed to hang out before the sign before heading back to the car. It didn't take long to finish the rest of the food and drinks. Everyone gathered up the trash and stuffed it into bags and pockets for now. The group relaxed on the grass, keeping account of all the cars that drove past. It was not a high number. 14? The nearest passing car drove into town from somewhere outside. But the vehicle came by, it slowed down, and you watched as it ultimately rolled to a complete stop. The black car parked right by the now leaving sign. Everyone exchanged a baffled look. How to get kidnapped when I'm starting to make your bad jokes? Well, actually, first it was my bad joke, then you copied it and pasted it onto like 2 or 3 different situations. And now I'm starting to copy your bad joke that you copied from me. But then the tinted window rolled down and the driver peered out. As soon as you saw his hair, you recognized him. No one else you knew presented themselves so distinctively. It's Baxter, isn't it? So it's your fault. It's our fault. Hey neighbors. Gove also joined it with recognition. He passed it on a cordial smile, waved politely. Afterwards, he put his mouth back over the straw of his long, empty drink, as if trying to act cool. Communism, our fault! You smelled and were excited to see him. Hi! You inhaled and tried to be loud enough to account for the distance and car noises. It's nice to see you again. Somehow, he was able to project his voice in such a way that it still sounded smooth, even though he was definitely speaking loudly. You wondered what he learned to do that. Please. I'm preparing myself to be jump scared by the voice. I'm just scared. And you thought about the odd picture this made. A fancy black car pulled over to a group of teens, mostly still in beachwear. Miranda was incredibly confused and shrank back to watch. Terry tilted her head in unspoken question. Cove made a quick gesture to point towards Baxter, and a light bulb went off for Terry.
Alright.
Ah, that's the new person in the condo. The B-man, right? Maybe you should play a horror game if you're scared. I'm not scared of voice. I'm slightly scared of voices because it's a jump scare for me. Yeah, Baxter. Oh, I wasn't sure if I'd ever actually see him. I'm gonna play a horror game now purely to spite you. Her voice was quiet. Miranda usually got shy around new people. Terry was quite the opposite. Incredible, this is perfect. Terry hopped off from the gas and ran to Baxter's car, all full of excitement. Behind her, Miranda picked herself up and dusted imaginary dirt off her clothes. She sent a searching look to you and Cove, to which Cove shrugged. Miranda nodded, which clenched fist hastily followed Terry. Terry bended down to talk to Baxter. through his window. She blasted through introductions, with Miranda putting in a shy wave. Gove looked at you. He still clearly had no intention of going over. I should just encourage him? Let's just encourage him. Come on, let's go on and see him. Gove prodded, his cheek flared up in childish puff. I didn't want to. I don't know what to say.
Fine.
You can go. I will just wait until he's gone. You really should come. You can do it. Come on, little kid. Let's go socialize. Yippee! Do you want to be the only person who doesn't go to see him? Well, why can't you stay here with me instead? He decided he was definitely going to be difficult about this. Some days he was really the same grouchy 8-year-old you met all those years ago. Cute. Yeah, so she basically pushed him towards the car. Do you really hate him that much?
No.
I know, I don't hate him, I get weird around him. That sounds more like you have a crush than that you're jealous, not gonna lie. I know his forwardness bothers you, but think of him like Terry. She's super friendly and loves to chat with new people. She's doing it right now. Terry doesn't hit on me. Terry doesn't hit on you. If that's what he's even doing. Baxter says serious things when I don't think he's actually very serious. That's what bothers me. Did you see the option? I read the option out loud. I just censored myself, okay? It will be alright. He tried to do less of that with you, and we all be there. With an unnecessarily whiny groan, he relented. Fine, let's go. Slowly progress forward was made, until the two arrived at the driver's side of the window. Baxter smiled welcomely. Hello, I really expected a voice. Hey. Gove greeted him mildly, his expression cautious. Howdy, Baxter. Baxter gestured to Miranda and Terry. I just rented this car for my stay here, and was coming back from a bit of sightseeing when I spotted you, crowd. Then these two were kindly introducing themselves.
Uh-huh.
Yep, it's only polite. Speaking of polite, Baxter's giving us a ride. I was asking him to. You lazy... What? Baxter struck guiltily, seeing Gove's dramatic reaction. The offer is open. And we're taking it. Oh, okay. You felt uncomfortable by getting a ride from Dexter. How to get kidnapped 101. Whee! Reckless of anything else, you didn't have to walk back. Being kidnapped is way better. I'm sorry. His voice is just too intimidating. Yeah, that's what counted. And you were grateful for Terry for arranging it. Alright, playmate, let's hop in. You excitedly opened the passenger side door and buckled yourself in. The car was pristine and you were right near the new car scent. Freshener. Okay. Baxter had the air conditioner on cold, but low so it was pleasantly cool inside. A nice relief from the summer sun you had been baking in all day. Your friends clambered on in the back. It definitely seemed the slightest bit squished back there.
Does that sound alright?
Welcome to my vehicle. I hope everyone is comfortable. And if someone would point me in the right direction, we can be on our way. Yeah, there it is. Terry went back to the navigator mode and outlined their journey. It was basically a straight line, with one turn at the end into the parking lot. Baxter nodded from up in the driver's seat and pulled back into the road. Luckily, the street was still dead empty. It took no time at all for Baxter to park right next to Gove's car. There wasn't even enough time for a proper conversation to start. The occupants didn't seem to mind. There were smiles all around when Baxter parked next to Cove's car. Woohoo! Miranda clapped quietly as Terry cheered. Cove chuckled nervously. You nudged Baxter in a friendly way. Poke someone with your eyebrows. Poke out the eyes. Go for the eyes. Choose the weakness. He leaned over the divider and gave Baxter a lightly hearted push on the shoulder. He hadn't been expecting it, but quietly laughed and smiled at you. The celebration seemed to amuse him. We have arrived. That was easy. Terry flung open her door and climbed out.
Thanks.
I bit my own tongue. Ah! I don't even know how I bit my own tongue. I'm just silent in confusion. I just suddenly felt a pain in my tongue and it took like 2 seconds to realize I bit down on my own tongue. It's fine, it's not like any blood or something, but like, ah. How? How am I so bad at speaking that I bite on my own tongue? Like with chewing, if you're hungry, you should just get food. You're sarcastic. I'm not gonna continue that sentence. Thanks. Ah, my lemonade tastes way too strong. Hold on. Okay. Everyone else exited the car as well. The group thanked Baxter with varying degrees of enthusiasm. Baxter himself got out too. Everyone congregated again in front of Baxter's and Cove's cars. Cove looked at the back of his and frowned. He finally discovered the "wash me" you'd put on it. I wonder who did this. You sniggered along with Miranda, who realized you've been caught.
Ooh.
It's a mystery. Right. Terry bounced over to Baxter and offered her hand for a handshake. He accepted it easily, with a charming grin. You're a pal. You're too kind. It was no trouble whatsoever. I'll be keeping this car all this summer. If it suits you, you're welcome to take my number and give me a ring whenever you need another ride. And that goes for everyone here. I have a car. Terry busted into laughter and Miranda fidgeted. She didn't not know what to do with that. Baxter really went fast, didn't he? He noticed her discomfort and smiled with a soft tilt of the head. I'd be happy to help again, but that's not the only reason I offered. If you don't need it, you can pass on it. Can I have your number? He beamed wildly at your response.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Baxter pulled out a pen he had with him for some reason and jotted his number down. He passed a little paper to you and you accepted it. That voice. Yeah, I know. When the giggles subsided, Terry put a hand to her chin with brass furrowed. I wonder, would that option be available right now? You could valet us somewhere cool.
What?
What? Cove was taken aback. He put a hand on the hood of his car. Weren't we going back to the neighborhood? Wasn't Baxter going back to the neighborhood too? Why won't we go somewhere else? Because we can? Randa squirmed nervously and then committed to piping up.
Maybe?
We could go to the park near my place. It's a really nice place to hang out. Both of you shared a look. The big park was pretty nice. Let's do it. Baxter tapped the side of his face and thought.
It's doable.
That sounds doable. He glanced at Cove and then switched his focus to you.
Well,
We have 2 cars. If someone wants to go to the park, I could still take the other home. But if everyone's going, it wouldn't make sense for me not to. I guess continue the hangout session? I mean, we can just go back. But wouldn't that end, like, the memory earlier? More alone time with Cove. Oh, you get more alone time? I don't know, honestly. You know what? We should go that route. We can do the hangout session in the park when the Baxter DLC is out. So we can now see the other route, you know? You're ready to go back now. You let the group know. Both girls frowned. Neither wanted to leave you or Cove behind. Terry especially looked troubled and started bouncing in place.
No.
Today is all about us hanging out. We can't just bail. Miranda nodded and bit her lip. We don't have to go to the park. Going back to the neighborhood was plenty of appeal. It could prove to be a better idea. Cove winced and shook his head.
don't worry about it.
No, really, it's fine. We have done plenty of hanging out today. If you want to go to the park, you should. You don't have to worry about us. Go have fun with Baxter. Okay. She didn't sound too thrilled, and Miranda patted her on the shoulder.
Okay.
Guess we'll see you later then? Probably. Go smiled and she rolled her eyes at this wishy-washy answer. He knew you would be seeing them again. Everyone finished saying their goodbyes, and the 3 climbed into Baxter's car. I'm gonna wave. Dory waved back with both hands, enthusiastically. While Miranda waved like a princess from the backseat. Before Baxter drove off, he inclined his hand to you and Cove. Then Baxter rolled down his own window.
See you.
Have a safe journey back. I will see you around the neighborhood. Baxter started to pull out of the parking lot, and Cove waved them off, stepping forward as they pulled away. Then it was just you and Cove left in the parking lot. He rubbed his hands together for a moment and unlocked his car. Ha! And now I get shotgun, because I do not have competition. Woohoo! You got into the shotgun seat this time, and Cove took his place at the wheel. He put his keys in the ignition and turned to you. I'm surprised you didn't want to go. I want to spend time with you. I was ready to go back. Thanks for you for giving me an out. Actually, I don't want to go so that you had the reason to leave. I feel like the last one sounds like I wanted to go, but I didn't because of you. So blah de blah de blah. Go smiled, satisfied, and finally turned his key to start the car. The car ride back passed quickly. They were all familiar roads you had seen before. Soon you returned to the comfort of your own neighborhood. Cove pulled in and parked. He shut off his car. Then you both got out to stand in the road.
I guess.
I guess that's it. Thanks for the ride, Cove. I will see you later. It was fun. No extra hangout time at Cove. That was it. Pleasant farewells given, you walked to your front door. Time ticked by as the sun started to set. Orange golden light streamed in through the windows. You could tell the weather was still really nice out there. But maybe! Window moment. Did you miss that clip last time? Yes, because you weren't there at the start, because you came like 2 hours late, which is fine by the way, but I have... After the stream, I will send one of your my YouTube shorts, not your YouTube shorts, my YouTube shorts, that had one of the window moments, which I found very funny. Your attention was taken by your phone. Started right away as your phone was in your hand. Miranda's personalized text tone sounded. It vibrated. It's in my hand. Why not? At the top of the screen, a little alert told you that you had a new message. Hey True, we're gonna see fireworks. Do you wanna come? Oh. And Terry texted Cove. He said he'll be there. How did their trip started at the hanging out in the park and ended up finding some previous unknown fireworks spectacle? It was definitely news to you. Fireworks? No, sorry. Let's just skip the entire memories, shall we? I feel like I'm gonna make you very upset if I press this one. Or maybe I'm tired. Maybe that's the better option. You do you. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'd love to. Fireworks? Actually, I would rather watch them from inside. But even then, it's kind of a no, because most of my time with fireworks is spent very close to both the Belgium and like the German what's it called? Hold up, I'm searching. I forgot a word in like both languages. Borders, right? Both the English and no, not English. Both the German and Belgian borders, and there is a really, really loud firework over there, and I do not like those. Like, they're pretty. I like pretty fireworks, not it sounds like a bomb just went off fireworks. Fireworks was kind of out of the blue, but sounded like a lot of fun. That was something you couldn't miss. Miranda sent back a cheery smiley face, only 5 seconds later. Then you got a yay, and she sent another message that told you that Cove would be out at his car soon. You quickly got yourself ready and headed into the world once more. On the way, you sent a message to Cove that you were coming. He texted that he was already outside. Just as promised, Cove was waiting by his car. He hadn't bothered to change at all. He was quite comfortable going around in swimming shorts. I mean, swimming shorts are quite comfortable. He slipped his phone into his pocket and waved you over. Without needing to say a thing, you got into the shotgun's sheath. You noticed that the exterior of his car was no longer coated with dust. You must have washed it in the past few hours. Direct action. Yes, we shamed him into washing his car. Cove looked over to you from the driver's side and smirked as he started up the car. Here we go again. Yep. He pulled out into the road and raced towards the city as the sun continued to sink below the horizon. Hold up, I got a notification. I'm quickly gonna check that out. Entertain yourself or something, I don't know. I'm entertaining myself. I didn't mean go spam my chat. Okay, I've finished. You can stop spamming my chat now, thank you. Oi! Let's continue, shall we? Are you done entertaining yourself? Okay, when the city lights sparkled around you, Ghost started looking for a parking spot. It had been a smooth drive, but unfortunately finding a parking was a task. You tried to text Miranda to see where they had parked, but she admitted that there hadn't been any openings around there. They had gotten unlucky with one single spot. Hove had to drive around a few blocks, but finally he'd spotted something. He pulled in and parked, feeling just as triumph as if he had won an actual prize. Oh hey, I know this place. This is where we saw Shiloh. Terry sent you a text saying to hurry up and get to the waterfront. Miranda attached a helpful picture of where they were. You pointed the way to Cove, and the two of you jogged around a bend and then down a picket-lined walkway. Eventually you saw the three silhouettes in the distance. They started to wave and yell. One of them jumped in place, with her arms going back and forward. It had to be your friends. You rushed over to them. Miranda and Terry ran up to meet you halfway, faces full of smiles.
Hey!
They're still in their swimwear. What? We missed you. Buddies, I knew the day wasn't over for us. Hey. Guess you were right. I'm happy we made it. Baxter had stepped up at some point too. He ran a hand through his hair, trying not to interrupt the reunion. Hello. Hey. Cove gave him a nod. With the band back together, the group walked back to the area where Baxter, Miranda and Terry had originally set up. It was quite an open area on the waterfront. Cove let out a relieved sigh after things calmed down. So, did we miss anything? Nah, you're good. Nothing happened yet. We think it's gonna start really soon though. What are these fireworks even for? Well, she smiled a big grin at Miranda. Randy talked about watching fireworks at the park, and then reminded me about how there's this big company having an event tonight. I heard they were gonna have fireworks, so it's not even certain. There's no way we were ever getting into the party, but... She put her fingers up and her smile turned devious.
We're cool.
I'm positive we will still be able to see the fireworks from here. They can't hide explosions in the sky from the public. I mean, yes! But this is Hillville, but maybe. That's ridiculous. You suddenly wondered how Terry had convinced Cove to come without prior explanation. Probably like we convinced True that they would be there. Comfort True. I was utterly stunned that this was the source of the fireworks. To be fair, you hadn't asked Miranda for the details either. Cove scratched his head in defeat.
I mean...
Guess we're already here. It's kind of too late now. You bet, you wet blanket, it's too late. She shook her head with explanation, but let him off with minimal teasing. Yeah, I'm pretty laid back. Why not? We're already here. Sure, the fireworks were something that you'd like to see, but you weren't overly invested in the show. You were with your friends, and that was already something. Fireworks would happen, or they wouldn't. You could accept it either way. Terry led Miranda to sit down on the oval slabs along the path. Miranda took a seat and began tapping her knees together as she waited. Terry, meanwhile, crouched more than sat. Baxter smiled politely and looked from you to Cove. He seemed to be waiting for one of you to speak first, rather than waiting to directly start a conversation. Something seemed to strike Cove as he tried unsuccessfully to hide a smile. Most of us are in swimsuits. Wearing beachwear in the middle of the city in the dark while waiting for a fireworks show was clearly the joke of the day for him. Cove snorted once and then looked back up at the sky. I mean, why? It is pretty ridiculous. Like, swimming, what are they gonna do? I think a cop would come up and go like, hey, you guys know you're not allowed to like swim in the river or whatever this is, right? Oh. A flash lit up the sky with a brilliant green. Your eyes flew off the building in the distance and silently watched with bated breath. You heard a second boom and the red firework lit up this night. Whoa, the show's starting. It's so pretty! They came running over to get a closer, positive beaming. Terry pressed herself to the waterfront fence, getting as close as physical possible without just going swimming again. More fireworks went off, shooting out hundreds of tiny sparkling lights. The colors stood out sparkly against the dark of the night. The biggest one washed your surroundings with their hue, turning your blue, then red, then golden.
Welcome.
Did I deliver or did I deliver? You gambled and somehow... Jackpot? Miranda's eyes glittered and she lightly bumped Terry with her hip. Good job. Terry stumbled at the friendly nudge, but well pleased with the compliment, she grinned back. Miranda lightly swung her hips the opposite way to give you a bump as well. It was friendly and soft.
Woo!
We did it! You smiled at her and nodded. You were pleased that you hadn't missed any show after all. You were glad everyone seemed to be having a good time. Cove started up the sky with wonder, while Terry squealed in joy after a series of especially grand explosions. Miranda pointed to one that was shooting up and then gasped when it loomed, and turned into a huge sphere of purple light. Baxter smiled in appreciation. It was good to see your friends in high spirits. The rest of the group huddled around the railing to take in the show as closely as possible. Miranda stood close by. Terry's hand gripped the top. Cove laid his arms across it while leaning forward, and Baxter rested his elbows on the rails, putting his back towards the fireworks. He seemed to have more fun watching the others than the actual show. Oh! She pointed out a golden firework and beamed. Ah, that's so cool! Terry held up a hand for a high five, and Miranda obligated her. Terry whooped and showed you a smile. What color do you think the next one will be? Blue! Without giving Baxter a glance, Cove answered immediately. Green. It was orange. Baxter chuckled, but wasn't interested in calling Cove out for being wrong.
Hmm?
Is that your favorite color? Green?
That's...
It's one of them. I think that's nice. It matches you. And is yours black? It's one of them. Cove smirked just a little and left the conversation there. I'm going to stand next to Cove. Cove looked away for the fireworks and grinned at you. He was glad to be spending time with you and tilted his head at spectacular multicolored fireworks above. I think that's been my favorite so far. He shot you another look and nodded, wanting you to move up closer. In front of him, you could see the night's lights reflect on the water. You rested your arm on Cove's shoulder. Isn't Cove like taller than me? That feels really awkward. I don't know how my friends do it. You rested against his side and you let yourself relax. You felt solid and sturdy beside you. It was comfortable. That sounds like a really weird way to describe a person. You felt solid and sturdy. Okay. It took a moment to watch him and the fireworks reflect in his eyes. Cove grinned like a kid. Cove's grace drifted from the show of dazzling light straight at you, and he smiled dreamily. You didn't know when you had last seen him so blissful. Sounds like he's on drugs or drunk. What's going on? A spectacle continued to up the end by bringing more fireworks out at a time. The colors danced across the sky and reflected over the water. You reached out a hand and watched as it was tinted green with a big boom sound. Fireworks were normal summer tradition, but this was admittedly an unconventional approach. Showing up in a city last minute to watch a display from a technically private event, that made this feel special in a way that Just planning to go to a public fireworks show never would. Harry's idea may not have left you with a lot of time to prepare, but it sure led to an unique situation. It was clear this was an unforgettable night. As the final sounded, blasting the sky with unbelievable beauty, you remember thinking that there might never be a night exactly like this one again. Not for the rest of your life. You planned to hold on to the feelings you had in the moment for as long as you could. Yippee! We finished the first one, and also the last one for today, because my throat is giving out. Okay, save. Okay. Is it just me, or do the, like, memories or moments, whatever, get longer with every step? I feel like in step 1, I speeded my way through them. In step 2, it was slightly slower, and now it's just like, it took me 2 hours to complete one moment. Either they're longer, or you have just gotten way better at distracting me. Anyway, I will be leaving it at this. I enjoyed this. I will be streaming this again, obviously. Could be possible, yeah. I think you distracting me a lot did not help the memory being longer, or the moment, whatever. But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be sending you the clip, because I think it was funny. Have a good night, or a good day, wherever you are, I don't know. Bye-bye!